Hey Pokey people, how's it going? I'm here with another deck list video. Today we're going to be looking at our Golden Boy Gholdengo EX. I've had a lot of fun playing this deck since the new Togekiss came out, and then we got the new A-Spec Energy Search Pro. It's really good. I have a lot of fun playing it. I played it at a cup, and I basically lost twice because I couldn't flip heads on this card here. I played a Miraidon deck with the new Pikachu that is very, very good. You definitely want to have a way to put damage counters on something or turn that ability off, or that thing will just steamroll you. I didn't have that in my initial list. I had a 1/1 Dusknoir line, which has since been cut, but that was basically like my only way to deal with it. I played it both 2 rounds. The first round was against Miraidon. The second one was against the Reggie build deck, so that got kind of super sketch with like a bunch of 1-prizers and then the Pikachu that I really just didn't have any way of dealing with. So I have a 4/4 Gimmighoul Gholdengo line. The new Gimmighoul from the latest set is the best one. It's not the best one. The other one's good, but I'd rather play this one. It lets you minor errand running, attach an energy, and search a deck for 2 basic energy. So, I mean, you get another way to get energy out of the deck. It's got 70 HP, so it's outside of range of getting pinged for 60 by Dragapult. So, I mean, you definitely should play that. The new card is this Togekiss, who says whenever you take a prize card, you can flip a coin, and if it's heads, take an extra prize card. That's really cool. The fact that this says when you take a prize card, so if your opponent activates a Dusknoir, you're taking a prize card, so you can flip a coin and you have a chance to get another one. So it definitely makes your opponent rethink wanting to pop a Dusknoir. If you can end up getting 2 prizes off of it, that can really throw off their math. And then if you get down to the end of the game, you could get to where your opponent can't do that without risking you winning the game. So it's kind of cool. Sucks that the only Togepi we have is 50 HP. This thing is super squishy. A Dusclops can knock this thing out, and 50 is not hard to get to. So he's super squish. So try and get him down, and if they kill him, I mean he had 50 HP. He wasn't built for survival. We're playing a Radiant Greninja, a Manaphy to protect our bench, and an Iron Bundle to get annoying things out of the active. And if our opponent tries to feed us a 1-prizer, we don't really care all that much because it can turn 1-prizers into 2-prizers with Togekiss, but we also want that sort of like pseudo-gusting effect available to us, because there are situations where we could want that. And we're playing 1 Pheasantipede EX just because it's busted, and why wouldn't we want to draw more cards than we already are? Playing 3 Pokestops. There's a lot of items in the deck, and we want to get to all of them because they're great. So 3 Pokestops help with consistency. Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. It's basically a free 2 cards out of your deck as long as you have a Gholdengo in the active, so of course you'd want to play that. 3 Irida, because there are 3 different water Pokemon that we could grab with her, plus a ton of item cards. This basically acts as like 3 other ways to get our Energy Search Pro out of the deck, because as it's an item, she can just take out and grab it. You can grab the Greninja to draw cards, you can grab Mana to protect your bench, you can grab Iron Bundle to move something out of the active. So let's say your opponent puts up something they don't care about and then has something good on their bench, and they want to protect it, and you really, really want it, but you don't want to spend your boss's orders trying to get it up. You can bundle, swap out, and take the knockout. Speaking of, we have 1 boss's orders. And 1 Thornton, like I said, took a beat super squish, and he dies really easily. And then we have all these utility Pokemon that you could start with that you really don't want or need in the matchup. And you can play Thornton to turn it into a Togepi so that you could get a Togekiss, or you could just turn it into another Gholdengo, Gimmighoul, and evolve it into Gholdengo. So, I mean, there's tons of little stuff you can do with Thornton. So, basically, you need him in the deck. We have 3 Metal Energy, and then 1 of each other color energy except Fairy, because sadly somehow basic energy is rotated. Didn't know energy could rotate, but they stopped printing it, so I guess it's out of rotation. So we have 1 of each color energy and then 3 metal. I was playing 4. I don't know, I haven't played a lot of games with 3. I feel like I don't like digging for something. So like when something's important, like the energy you need to use the attack of basically your only attacker in the deck, I'm not a huge fan of 3, but it's is what it is. I'll play some games. If I don't like it, I'll probably go back up to 4, cut something. 4 Buddy Buddy Poffin. And then we're playing 4 Night Stretcher. So the 4 Night Stretcher, like I said, he's super squishy. We have a 1 of a stage 2 that we really want to have in play. We want to be able to maybe use our Iron Bundle more than once. We want lots of Gimme Ghouls, lots of Gholdengo's. We have 3 Pokestops, so we're going to mill a lot of energy and a lot of Pokemon. We want ways to get them back. Primarily, this isn't going to be much used for retrieving energy unless you're using it to get the steel that you need out of the discard to attack with, because you have all like this other energy in your hand. But basically, this is to fish around for the Pokemon that we need that get discarded. Speaking of energy retrieval, 4 superior energy retrieval, of course, to get all that energy back in our hand, because we have to dump it all to do big knockouts. 3 Nest Ball, 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Rare Candy. We want to play 2 Rare Candy just because we want to have this in play. So 1 Rare Candy, we don't want to have to worry about tutoring it out of our deck. 2 makes it a little easier to try and draw into. And that way, if 1 gets prized, you know, we have a better odds of both of them not getting, both be prized instead of just 1 being prized and we're, oh, now these 2 cards are dead. Which you can also, you can have this prized and now all this is dead. But you want to be able to have more than 1 Rare Candy. It's important. Lost Vacuum. This is good against a lot of different, like getting rid of somebody's Sparkling Crystal. Like I know Pikachu EX has been utilizing that. Dragapult uses it. It's good for getting rid of that. It's good to take a big charm off something. So if you hit something and it's got enough HP, or let's say you're playing against Gardevoir and they stack up on a Screamtail or a Drifloon, and leave a bunch of damage counters on it, you can Lost Vacuum that off, take a prize card, flip a coin, maybe take 2 prize cards, and then they still have to present something else for you to potentially knock out. So it's very good. I think every deck should be playing Lost Vacuum if it has the space. 1 Canceling Cologne, like I said, Pikachu EX is really annoying if you don't have a way to deal with it. So that'll turn off its Braveheart ability. That turns off Iron Thorn so that you can have a turn of abilities to do some stuff. That'll get around a Flutter Mane stuck your opponent has in the active, or Klefki. Was it? Not Klefki. Anyway, brain fart. Ignore me. 1 Counter Catcher. You can technically play 2 if you cut things around. I didn't always have the bundle in the list. I had like 2 Counter Catcher and I wanted the bundle, so I took one of the Counter Catchers out for bundle because it's kind of like that, but not, and not as good, but good in a different way. So went down to 1 Counter Catcher. 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball. Like I said, it really sucks if like this is prized and you got 2 Rare Candy in this, so it's just a way to get it out. You don't want one of your Gimme Ghouls prized because you basically want as many Gholdengos out as possible because you want to draw cards. We don't want our Manaphy being stuck if we're playing against a Regidrago or anything that does like big snipe damage to the bench. We want to be able to get it, so if it's stuck, we need to get it out. Greninja helps us draw cards. Bundle, like I said, Pheasantipity helps us to not get Iono down and just drawing a couple, because we have to have a bunch of cards to play this deck, so you just want as many ways to get your draw cards as possible. 1 Earthen Vessel, just another way to help search out specifically the Steel Energy outside of the A-Spec. You definitely want to be able to just get a couple energy outside of drawing them or fishing them out of the discard pile. It's another avenue to get the main thing that you need. And then speaking of the Energy Search Pro, this card is awesome. It sucks when it's prized. It feels real bad, but you can't do anything about that. It lets you search your deck for 1 of every type of energy. So we can get a Steel Energy, and then we can get all 7 of these energy. If they're not already in our hand or in our prizes, we could dig it all out of the deck. And then we have just this massive amount of energy to pretty much OHKO whatever's in the active. So this is a really tight, really good deck list. If you grind out some games in this, I like it because you play fast and you likely like win fast, lose fast. I like decks like that. I don't like big slogs where I'm like sitting here mentally taxing myself like Gardevoir that just takes all this thought. Like, what am I refining away? What am I doing? Am I attacking? Am I trying to knock out? Am I confusing? Where's the 30 damage going with Monkey Dory? It's a lot to think about. This dude takes a bunch of coins and he throws them at people, and that is something that you can't put a price on, honestly. So try this deck out. It is so much fun to play. It's just fun to just draw a ton of cards and then slap a bunch of energy down and just say knockout. It's a bundle of fun. So give it a try, and like the video if you like the video. Leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.